What's going on? I'm Vince G of Swoner Productions, and here with me is
Jessica G. Hi.
This is day one of our trip to Miami to film a podcast. And we figured, you know what? Let's bring y'all along for the ride. This is going to be day one of 3.
We were so excited to get to the hotel, but little did we know how long we were going to take to get our luggage and to get to the rental vehicles.
It was the American plane, the American Airlines. I want to speak something real quick. If you do media production and if you have to travel by airplane, American Airlines makes it so easy to just get your media rate for your equipment. All you have to do is just show them a business card. Like, we went up there, I showed them my business card, they gave it back to me, they typed in a few little numbers, and then they gave me the media rate, and we were on our way. United, on the other hand, we'll come back to that. I do want to say one thing. It's true what they say about Miami. It is humid here. We haven't even left the airport, and I'm already, drenched in sweat. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fat, but still.
And here, Vince had put the luggage back twice so I can film this shot of him picking it up. I'm like, you're just doing too much. Let's go. Our luggage was just scattered, though, in between this whole luggage area. It was just all scattered everywhere. And you can see Vince walking from far away because I have an eagle eye and I spotted one of our luggages on the other side. So here he is walking down with the luggage. Oh, look at it. Oh. We were tired and sweating. I'm like, oh my gosh, just get the luggage. Let's go.
So as you see, that's all the luggage that we had to take everywhere that we went.
This is the clip that I had to film twice.
But yeah, that's all the luggage all the equipment we had to take everywhere we went. I have my giant tripod bag. I have my backpack full of who knows what. I have 3 hard cases. It's the ATEM, the Sony FX30, and then 5 Blackmagic cameras.
Look at this beautiful sunset. Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, so we had just landed, and we're waiting on the car that came free, quote, free, with the hotel. We were basically waiting an hour for this to come up. We were initially planning on going out this day, and the plan was to get there to land at, what was it, 12:30? I think we're supposed to land at 12:30.
No, we were supposed to land at 4.
At 4. We were supposed to land at 4, but we got delayed twice due to weather. And then by the time we finally landed there, it's okay, let's go, let's get started. But nope. The shuttle took forever. We finally got to the shuttle an hour later, and we still haven't gotten the car. We haven't gotten the room yet to drop off everything. And we're finally on our way to the car rental place. And as we get there, it takes us another hour to get the car.
And here we finally got the car, but luckily it didn't take too long from the rental place to get to the hotel, which was great.
We got there. It's actually a cool little spot. It's got LEDs everywhere. It's called Yotel in the middle of downtown area. I'm the bellboy.
Yes, he is.
It was cool, but we hated the location.
Due to bad parking.
A quick little tip is if you book through Expedia, make sure you speak to the person at the front desk. Because if you don't, you will have to check in again and pay twice like I did. Although I did get refunded, it was a pain.
We could not figure out how to turn off these lights. We were blindsided to where the switcher was.
So now that we're settled, we said, we hungry.
And then we went down the street to try to grab a bite to eat. We ended up finding a place that was open. One of the only places that was open, which was this June burger spot.
They were actually closing up. But they were like, hey, we'll make a burger for y'all. Y'all seem like cool people. So we got to eat a June burger. And honestly, it was pretty good.
I think it was okay.
I liked how it tasted overall, but it had just a little bit of sweetness to it, which I wasn't a big fan about, but we'll get to that in a minute.
They had no bacon, by the way.
They had no bacon. They had a whole bunch of...
Oh, damn. So this was June. And then this didn't look like an elevator, but it was. Isn't that pretty cool? Wow. So as we're walking back to the hotel, there's a homeless man on the floor, camouflaged to the concrete.
And then it was the funniest thing ever. We're walking, and I guess I make a joke. So she's like laughing, like, ha, 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 ha. And then he like turns over and kind of reaches out. And then her ha-has turned into a ooh.
I got so scared. So this is the next day, and we're on our way to get the vehicle so we can put all the equipment inside the vehicle. There was a lot of unloading and loading that we had to do, but it needed to be done. And nice Jeep that I ended up driving all day.
And you know, I got a little jealous because I actually went to go drive it first, but she said, She grabbed me, pushed me down, and said, I'm driving this.
I didn't push him down.
She didn't push me down. But still, we just have to exaggerate a little bit. Anyway, we're on our way to the marina right here, which is only like 5 minutes away. So we didn't have to wake up super early, but early enough because we're very unfamiliar with Miami and like its parking procedures and all that. Come to find out, we had to pay to park at a church to visit the marina to film Scott Melker, 4Ocean, and the one and only Dana White.
I do want to say that we were there on time, and we had time to mingle around a little bit and to observe a lot of bikers coming through downtown. I don't know what this event was, if it was a marathon, a triathlon, I don't know. But, I mean, there that is.
What's going on? I'm Vince, she is 400 Productions, and we have the man, the myth, the legend. What's your name, man?
None of those things. Scott Melker, people know me as the Wolf of All Streets. He's the man, the myth, the legend, and he looks like he ate me for breakfast. So.
Man. But what are we doing today, man?
We're out here shooting for a number of entities, really, but we're cleaning up the ocean in Miami. Downtown Miami, right behind us over there, Miami Beach over here. This is called Picnic Island here in the middle of Biscayne Bay, and we're cleaning it up with 4Ocean. But we're here specifically with the UFC and Dana White and Vechain, all of them together in a partnership here to promote sustainability, which is interesting because sustainability and the environment and those things became kind of this crazy political toxic thing. But I think everybody on the planet agrees that you should just do good things for the planet.
Exactly.
And you've got someone like Dana White out here promoting that and doing it. It's amazing.
I know, I was following him in the last 30 minutes just picking up trash. Like, you don't expect someone like of his status to be coming out and just picking up trash, but that's how you know he believes in the cause too.
Yeah, he believes in it and never afraid to get his hands dirty. He's definitely the type of person who sees a problem and just does something about it. Do the right thing because it's there to do it.
Exactly.
You know, and that's one of his mottos. And he could be anywhere right now, and he's literally on a island in the heat in his pants, cleaning up trash, picking up plastic boats. It's crazy.
Yep.
You're here with me, obviously, because I need the best in the business to capture that footage with Dana White. We can't have the mics going off and no camera angles and terrible sun. But yeah, I mean, when we need to go travel somewhere and get the right footage, we got to go to somebody like you to get that done. So obviously you can see behind us, you got 4 cameras set up here on a beach just for this. Most people can't do that. But I called in the morning this morning. So what's the electricity situation? Where are the bathrooms? None of that.
Yeah, I bought so many batteries. I had to buy like 8 batteries just in case. So battery for each camera, battery for the ATEM, and just all kinds of crazy stuff. But
Is this one of the more challenging things, or not even?
This is one of the more challenging, probably the most challenging outside of shark hunting. I had to film
crazy.
on a boat that was in the middle of that hurricane. I think it was like a year ago. That boat was just rocking like crazy.
Yeah.
And so I'm holding the gimbal, and one hit, and it would have gone out my hand. But that was probably the most challenging outside of this.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy because there's not a dock.
Yeah.
Like you had to get off a boat, all your gear onto the beach. It's like a war movie. Pretty crazy. But that shows you how dedicated everybody is to being here. Like we could have definitely sat down in a nice air-conditioned room, but we want people to get a feel and for you to be able to sort of capture that it's such an important mission, such an important event that we're willing to all come out here and sweat and stand on the beach and shoot the interview here. Find me at Scott Melker on X. Everything else is basically from there, but I got YouTube, newsletter, X, all the things, obviously. But my biggest presence is on, I still call it Twitter. I'm working hard to call it X.
How long has it been X now? Like it's been
a while now. I think it feels like it's been a couple years.
It's been at least 2 years, and everyone still says Twitter X.
And we still tweet, right? Not on X, because that's like doing drugs. So yeah, you can't say that. What are you doing today? I'm gonna do a lot of X.
I've never thought about it like that's funny.
I know. Yeah, I'm a tweet. Yeah. So yeah, that's the best place to find me. Man.
All right.
What's the best place to find you?
Man, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that under Swole Nerd Productions, or you can look up my personal stuff, Vincent Garza 88 on Facebook. But besides that, just Google Swole Nerd Productions and you'll find me everywhere.
All right, let's get into the setup. I'm using my favorite monitor ever. I bought it off of Amazon. It's a 4K touchscreen monitor that's pretty bright. I believe it's like 2000 nits. But what makes it even better is that it has an internal battery. I like to use my big monitor as the program feed just so I have a real nice crystal clear image of what's being filmed. You won't be able to see it right now, but a little bit below that, I have another monitor with a multicam feed. That way I can monitor all cameras with it. Normally during podcasts, you set up the cameras and you're good to go. But because we're doing these standing on a beach, the guy on the right actually threw me a curveball. It looks like he's standing very, very still, but he's really not. The crazy thing is he was taking these tiny little micro movements to where later in the actual podcast, they basically do like a full circle. So at one point I'm looking at the back of his head and I have to take the cameras and move them around. And yeah, it was different. Let me just say it like that.
So here I was shooting BTS for my husband and I was using the gimbal. The gimbal Osmo 7P, and it was, a light day at work. You can see me here controlling the ATEM. I basically was in charge of setting up the cameras.
We're using the Blackmagic cameras. I have one 4K for the center camera and two 6K Pros for the outside cameras. Those ones, I love those ones because they have the built-in ND filters. Where the center one, the 4K, you have to buy an additional ND filter for it.
But yeah, Vince and I have been working together since 2021. And honestly, I enjoy working with my husband. I think it's extremely fun and we have such a great relationship. We hardly even argue when it comes to setting things up or if he wants things a certain way or I want something a certain way. I think we're both very compatible. You see Vince here almost tripped on some wires. It was pretty chaotic, but we managed to keep everything nice and organized. And I loved our setup, if I'm being honest, especially knowing that we weren't going to have electricity. I think we came in well prepared. And everyone else also thought it was pretty insane how we managed to get all this equipment onto the island.
The biggest change I would have made is instead of bringing the ATEM, I would have bought a YOLO box instead. Just more for ease of use. It has the built-in screen, it has the internal battery, and especially storage space. But in a studio setting, definitely the ATEM wins hands down.
that basically wraps up day 2 in Miami.
With 4Ocean, Vechain, Scott Melker, and the one and only Dana White. The rest of the day was pretty chill. Right here, we're just kind of enjoying the view, sitting back, enjoying each other's company, knowing that we are done for the day. And now we can go out and enjoy Miami. Something really funny, though, is that this is the first time that I saw an ad in the ocean. I'll see if I have a clip of it, but I didn't even know that was something that people did, was put ads in the ocean. But anyway, see y'all next time.